Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And today in this video, I'm going to be giving my review for the one of the most aggravating films I've watched this year, and that is a film called Powder Blue. So why is this film aggravating and one of the most aggravating movies of the year so far? Well, you have this love story between uh, Jessica Biel and Eddie Redmayne, and you don't get to that love story until almost the very end of the movie, towards the end of the film. And on top of that, they throw in a very unneeded storyline with Forrest Whitaker. Like, his storyline did not matter whatsoever in this film. It did not connect much at all to this film. They connected it one time, and that was when he shows up to Eddie Redmayne's job, wanting to sleep in a casket, try out a casket or something, and he ends up asking Eddie Redmayne's character to kill him, and he would give him the money he had, which is like I think $500,000 or something. That's the only time that his story ever connects to these three. So it felt very, in my opinion, unneeded. It took me out of the story a lot when I cared nothing for his story, cared nothing about what was going on with his parts. Not that his performance was bad. It just, to me, shouldn't even been in the meal, but shouldn't even been in the movie. That this film sort of plays out as like one of those intertwining stories, where you got multiple people's lives kind of coming together, is what it's trying to play out as. And really, you just have two separate stories that could just be their own two movies and don't even really connect or don't even belong in the same film. Um, and it pissed me off because I loved what we was getting with the Jessica Biel and Eddie Redmayne love story. I loved what we was getting there. Um, the throw in with Ray Liotta as her father that she didn't know she had, or knew she had but never saw. They could have handled that a little bit better. They really played it off as like a stalker person when it was really just her dad, and she never really fully found out. I don't think. Well, there's a scene where he's sort of telling her, I'm your dad, but he doesn't come out and fully say it. Um, but I think you kind of just know she knows at that point. But so I mean, in a way, it sort of works, but in another way, it just kind of felt. I don't know. It just kind of felt there also in a way. Um, but yeah, I wish they would have just cut out Forrest Whitaker, cut his story completely out. You could still had Ray Liotta. His part was fine. It wasn't anything major. That's why I said it kind of just felt there, kind of unneeded at times, but still okay for what they did. They should have just focused on these two. These two right here kept me interested in this film and kept me watching this film. Otherwise, I would have turned it off. Um, but their storyline really helped this film along, really bumped it up in my score. I think I ended up giving it like a 2.5 or a 3, which was mostly because of that storyline between these two. Um, I will say, this is definitely not something that your kids need to watch or listen to. Not only is there a lot of nudity in it because she's plays a stripper, so you obviously get to see her naked as well. But just the stories are very dark. Like I said, he is trying to find somebody to kill him, for money, and she's trying to. She has a son that's dying in the hospital, and she's trying to work to afford the medical bills to keep him in the hospital until they could figure out what's wrong. And then he's dying from cancer and is trying to right the wrongs of his past. And Eddie Redmayne, he's mostly just there to take care of her dog that he hits and be her love interest, really. Honestly, that's to me that's what his character felt like he was in here for. But yeah, I gave it I think a 2.5 or 3. Like I said, I can't look at my Letterboxd. I didn't write it down. I should have before I started, but I didn't. But this one I'll be sending in the collection probably. I'm probably going to be getting rid of it. Nothing I can see myself watching again. It was just too aggravating. And it's just, I find it funny how they have this cover. They have Forrest Whitaker and Ray Liotta sort of, not necessarily blacked out, but sort of like they're not prominent on in the film, and they highlight these two with color. And that's kind of just basically how this film is set. I mean, they're really the stars. And I like that. I like the artwork. I like that they did that because this really says a lot about the film, and it just didn't get executed properly. So definitely say avoid it unless you just want to see Jessica Biel naked. But did you hear me say that? Uh-huh. Well, there could be people out there who want to see Jessica Biel naked.
No.
But, so that is everything for my review for Powder Blue. So please comment, like, and subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for our videos, and we'll see you on the next one.